Donald Trump has just left Beijing, and the question every serious analyst is now asking, quietly, carefully, away from the press conferences and the handshakes and the carefully staged photographs in the Great Hall of the People, is this: what did he give away? I'm Victor Smith. This is the verdict. Let me tell you what actually happened in Beijing. Not the version the White House will brief. Not the version Beijing's state media will publish. The version the evidence supports. Trump arrived as a president under pressure. Energy prices elevated. Poll ratings weakened. An Iran war running longer than advertised. He needed a deliverable. Something concrete enough to tweet, significant enough to claim as a win. Xi Jinping arrived as a leader who had spent the preceding months doing something extraordinarily disciplined. While America was distracted by Iran, by Ukraine, by the daily theater of domestic politics, Beijing was consolidating. Critical minerals, rare earth processing, semiconductor supply chains. In April, China suspended rare earth exports. Global automakers felt it within weeks. Xi didn't fire a shot. He adjusted an export license. That is the leverage that sat across the table from Donald Trump. The asymmetry was total. Xi needed nothing from this summit. Trump needed everything. In diplomacy, need is weakness. And Beijing exploited it with precision. What was agreed, and what it actually means. The trade commitments will dominate Friday's headlines. Boeing purchases. Soybean agreements. A headline investment number large enough to tweet. These are real, in the sense that they were announced. Whether they materialize is a question for 2027. The $83 billion West Virginia investment memorandum Trump signed with Xi in 2017 exceeded that state's entire GDP. It never happened. Announcements are not agreements. Agreements are not outcomes. File the trade headlines under necessary theater for domestic consumption on both sides. Now, Taiwan. This is where I need you to pay close attention. The joint communique language on Taiwan has shifted. Not dramatically. Beijing doesn't need drama. Subtly. The formulation that has protected Taiwan's status for 5 decades, strategic ambiguity, neither endorsing nor opposing reunification, has been edged. The precise wording matters enormously, and I want to be careful here because the diplomatic parsing is everything. What we can say with confidence is this: Taiwan is more exposed today than it was 48 hours ago. Not because of anything dramatic, because of something subtle. And in geopolitics, subtle is permanent. Every government in the Indo-Pacific is reading the same communique tonight, and drawing the same conclusion. The upside. The Strait of Hormuz framework is the genuine achievement of this summit. Both sides have an interest in reopening it. China because the disruption damages its own economy. America because the energy price spike is domestically toxic. A joint framework, however loosely worded, gives the diplomacy traction it didn't have before. If the strait opens in the next 30 days, energy markets get immediate relief. That is real, and it matters. Communication channels between the world's 2 most dangerous potential adversaries have been restored and reinforced. Military-to-military contact, frozen at various points over the last 3 years, has a framework for resumption. In a world of nuclear powers, communication is not soft diplomacy. It is existential risk management. The downside. Taiwan's position is structurally weaker today. The precedent, that economic leverage converts reliably into strategic concessions, has been demonstrated. Beijing will note it, apply it, extend it. Every American ally in the Indo-Pacific is recalibrating. Japan, South Korea, Australia, the Philippines. The question they are all asking tonight is the same question Taiwan has been asking for years. When it matters most, will America hold the line? The answer from Beijing this week was, for the right price, probably not. The historical echo. I keep returning to a specific moment. Not Nixon in 1972. That parallel is overused and the situations are structurally different. The parallel I want to draw is Neville Chamberlain in 1938. Not because Xi is Hitler, that comparison is lazy and historically illiterate, but because of the structural dynamic. A leader who needed peace more than his counterpart needed war, who traded a small, distant country's security for a headline he could bring home, who genuinely believed personal diplomacy with an authoritarian could substitute for strategic position. The headline worked. For a while, The consequences took longer to arrive, but they arrived. Victor's verdict. The Strait of Hormuz framework is real. Take it as a genuine achievement. The trade headlines are theater. Treat them accordingly. The Taiwan language shift is the story. It will take weeks for the full implications to be understood, months for the regional consequences to become visible. Years before historians write what actually happened in that room. But I want to say this plainly, because plainness is what this channel exists for. Donald Trump went to Beijing needing a win. Xi Jinping gave him one, and charged accordingly. The bill for that win will not arrive in Washington. It will arrive in Taipei. Consequence score. Critical. I'm Victor Smith. That is the verdict.